Okay, guys, last week we discussed checkmate, right? The idea of checkmate is that there are how many ways you can stop a check? How many ways can you stop a check?
Block, cut, block, cut or move.
Yes. If you can capture a piece giving check, if you can block the check, or if you can move the king, you can stop a check. So if you can't do any of those three, and here you can't move the king because wherever you move the king, if you move here, it will be checked from the king. So you can't move the king here and capture the queen. So you can't capture the queen also. And you can't move to these two squares because the queen is actually, sorry, the queen is covering these two squares, right? So the king can't move there. So if you can't capture the queen, you can't move the king, and there is no room to block the king. The queen is next to the king. There is no space in between for someone to come here. So there is no way to block the check. So if you can't do any of those three things, this is called a checkmate, right? This was what we discussed last week, right? All of you know how to get out of a check. And when you can't get out of a check, it's called checkmate. This is a checkmate, right? The king is in check. It can't move anywhere. There is no one to capture the checking piece. It doesn't matter whether you can capture these because they don't do anything for the check. You need to capture the piece given check, and you can't do that. So the check cannot be stopped, and the king will continue to be in check. It will be checkmate, right? So here, this is a checkmate. Now, in this one, the same idea. Can you find a checkmate in one move? It is white to move, and you have to checkmate the black king. You have to move the white king. You have to move the white piece. Checkmate to the black king. After your move, the black king cannot avoid the check. He can't get out of check in any way, so the game is over. After your move, the king cannot escape from the check in any of the three ways, so you win the game. It's white to move.
I can move to the H7. H7.
Okay, you will move to the H7 square and give check. Okay. Right. What about the others? Gabriella, Rion, Suhas, Tise, any of you guys? You can take your time.
Sir,
Yeah, I'm listening.
the queen moved to the H7. King cannot move anywhere. The rook can capture it.
Okay. Can the, after you go to H7, can the king capture the queen?
Yes.
Can the black king capture the king?
Yes.
What about this rook? Isn't it covering this square? So can you come to a square where the king will get captured by something else?
Yes.
You can move the king to a square where it will get captured by something else. Can you move the king? Now, for example, can the king come to this square?
No.
No.
You can't. So if you can't come to a square where it will get captured, it's the same thing. If you are trying to capture also, see, even here, you can't capture this. You can't capture this because the rook will capture you, right?
Yes.
So not only can't you go to an empty square if the king is going to get captured, you can't go to a square where your opponent's piece is there if after this capture your king is going to get captured. Empty or not, the simple thing is you can't go to a square where you will get captured. So this is a checkmate, right?
Yes.
This is a checkmate. What about the others? I think that is Samantiran told me the answer. You go by Samantiran or Anantapriya? Sorry? You're Anantapriya, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Anantapriya told me the answer. Anyone else? Gabriella? Rion? And if you know the answer?
Sir, for you can check meeting with. Sir,
Yeah, I'm listening.
so you can checkmate it with. You can checkmate while putting your rook to h7, and you can get it.
Well, the thing is, if you go rook at 7, what about the king? Can the king go to this square?
Yeah. And
Then it's only a check. This is not checkmate because the king can escape. It will be checkmate later. That's a different story. But it's not checkmate in one move. Whereas if you capture with the queen, see the queen is covering the square. So the king, the difference between the rook and the queen is the rook can go like a bishop. Sorry, the rook can go only on straight lines. The queen can go on like a bishop also and cover the diagonal, right? So this square is covered. So the king can't escape. You can't come here. This square, actually, you can see the yellow line and the red line both are there. The king and rook, the queen and rook are both stopping the king from coming to this square. Understood? Suhas, did you understand?
Yes,
Suhas?
sir.
Okay. Rion, you okay? Hussein?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So shall we move to the next diagram? Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, we'll move to the next diagram.
Any mistake?
This one, it's the other way. It's black to move and checkmate the white king. It's again easy. It's just one move. Can y'all find the answer?
Sir, I know an answer. Sir,
Yeah.
you say
Okay, Gabriel.
queen to? You can move the black queen to h1.
H1 is, I believe, this square. Can the queen go to this red color square?
Mm-hmm.
Can the queen jump over this pawn and go to H1?
No, you can go to h2.
Okay, queen can
No.
go to H2. Okay, we'll see. Someone else actually asked to say the answer. I'm sorry, I didn't notice. Who was that? Someone else also wanted. Murad.
Murari.
Yeah, Murari, can you tell me the answer?
Queen go to the h2.
Okay.
King cannot move anywhere.
Yes.
King capture the queen. It is checked by the rook.
Yeah,
So it
so
is checked.
good, well done.
It can move.
Yeah, sorry. After this, after this, the king can't capture, can't move, and none of these guys can capture. The knight doesn't move that way, right? This could have also been checkmate in normal circumstances, but not here Because the knight can capture the queen. If anyone else was here, right? If this was a rook here, bishop, pawn, anyone, if the queen was here also, it would be checkmate. But here, if the queen was here, do you notice that while the king can't capture, the knight can capture the queen, right? All of you understand, if the queen was here, it's still check. It's not checkmate because the knight can capture. Of course, the queen is here. This is the answer, right? I just wanted to show you if the queen was here, a knight can capture, so it's not checkmate. It doesn't have to be the king that can capture the checking piece. If someone else can safely do that, it's only a check, it's not checkmate, right? So understand the difference, right? Guys, all of you know Castly, one of the two special moves in chess. You all know about Castly? You don't know. And any of you who know, can you just tell me I know? Just speak up, please. And if you know Castly, you can, you don't know, right? None of you guys know. Okay, right. I just wanted to check on that, right? We'll do that next week. I just wanted to get an idea on that, right? Okay, now here,
They're all cool, right?
yeah, we'll try another one. This one, it's white to move and checkmate in one move. Of course, there are two possible answers. The third one is wrong.
Yeah. This is-
White to move and checkmate the black king.
Sir, the white queen can. The white. No, not that.
Look
The
carefully, right? This is a tricky one compared to the others. Like I told you, if even if the king can't capture, if someone else can capture your piece, it's not checkmate.
so the bishop could move to h8.
If the bishop goes to h8, is the king in check? When the bishop comes here, is the king in check? Is the king in danger of getting captured right now? Can the bishop or anyone else capture the king right now?
No.
No, then it's not checked. And if it's not checked, it can't be checkmate, right? So you guys need to think again on that, right?
Oh, so the queen can move to f8.
Okay, that was Gabriela, right?
Yes, Gabriel.
Okay, right. We'll wait. I'll explain on that. We'll see. What about the others?
Sir,
Yeah.
queen can move to
Mhm.
the G7.
Queen can move to G7. Look carefully. Can any of black's pieces capture the queen on G7? Look very carefully.
Sir,
Yes.
it the
Senodra,
can
this is
move
white
to
to move and checkmate. White to
the
move and checkmate the black king in one move. Yes.
F6. The queen can move to the F6.
Queen can move to here. This is F6. Can the queen move here in one move?
No, sir. G6.
If you go there, can't the pawn capture the queen? Since you're white, the white pawns are going this way and capturing this way. So the black pawns, they'll be coming this way and they'll be capturing like this, right?
Yes. It can move F8. Queen can move to the F8. Sir,
Yeah, I'm listening.
queen can move to F8.
Queen can move to F8. That was the same answer as what was that was the same answer that was given by Gabriela. So I'll just comment on that. I'll just comment on that a little later. Anyone else? Anyone else with the answer? I'll give you guys another 2 minutes.
The queen can go
Yes.
to
Thyssen? Sorry,
F-
Thyssen.
F8.
The pawn can capture it.
Okay, Thyssen, pawns, the black pawns are going this way, right? If the white pawns are going this way, the black pawns are going the other way. So the pawns capture one square diagonally down for black, right? It will be captured in this way. Because if they're trying to capture this way, they're going backwards. Can pawns go backwards? Can the pawn go backward? Okay, if I just change the board for a moment, just give me a moment. I'll just show you for this only and then I'll reset. If you go to just go like this. Just give me a moment. Now, if the queen were to come here, can the pawn capture backwards? Can't, right? You understand what I'm telling? So because of that, only I just changed this. We'll come back to this, right? So here, so coming back to this, the answer I got, Queen F8 is correct, right? This is checkmate. Even Rook F8 is checkmate because for both of these, this square is covered by the bishop, so the king can't leave. This square is covered either by the rook or the queen, whoever comes there. And this square, the square this is on, if the rook comes, the queen is covering. If the queen comes, the rook is covering. So the king can't capture. The queen or rook is protected by the other piece. So the king can't capture, no one else can capture, it's checkmate. The problem with this move is the knight can capture. The king can't capture because the bishop is protecting, but the knight can capture. So this is only a check. It's not checkmate. You understand the difference, guys?
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, so this is another example of a checkmate, right? One of the important things in trying to win a game is that you have, normally if your opponent doesn't stop the game, the only way normally you can win a chess game is by checkmating the king, right? So if I were to change this and I were to ask you guys whether if you guys are white and I'm black, do you know how to win this? Any of you guys?
Yes,
Okay. Okay. What I'll do is, can you guys are white? Can one of you tell me a move to move?
Queen.
Tell me a move. Y'all are white. Suggest a move.
The
No,
rook.
no, there
The
is no queen on the board. Only the rook.
the B1
Rook
can move to
B1 rook can move to.
4A.
4C.
4B. 4B.
B1, always we tell the letter first and then the number. So it's B1 to B4. Okay. You're going to do this. Okay. I'll go here. Can someone else tell me what to play for white?
King.
No,
Sir,
no.
this king can for 3 can send take your rook which is on B4 to B5.
Okay, that's Gabriela's move. Anyone else with a different move?
Sir, this is Rafi. I can't.
Gabriela says to move the.
Sir,
Okay, I'm sorry. Hmm?
that is Rafi. I can't just read through the computers and speak.
It's okay. So that was Rafi's move, was rook B4 to B5. Anyone else with a different move?
Sir, I also have another one.
Yeah, you can.
You can move your A1 rook to A5 also.
Okay, right. Okay, those of you are saying the red move, the red arrow, please raise your hands on the Zoom. You guys know how to raise your hands, right? On the Zoom, not on this videos, please. You know how to raise your hands on the Zoom meeting?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, can you guys raise your hands? Those of you are saying the red arrow, that is the move. Only one person, okay. So Rafi told it, so that's 2 people, right? Okay, thank you. Those of you are saying the yellow arrow is the move to be played, raise your hands. Guys who raised for the previous one, please lower your hands, otherwise my count is going to get changed. Okay, 1, 2. Only 2? There are others, right? I only gave you 2 choices. So can I have the other answers? What
Yes.
about Rion, Suhas? What about you guys? What are you all suggesting? The yellow one or the red one?
Red.
Red. Okay, that's 3 for the red.
Sorry.
Sorry?
Yellow.
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 Okay.
Red.
Okay, Suhas? Suhas and Hussein, I didn't catch your answers. Can you just tell it or? Guys? Okay, the correct one is the yellow move because see this rook stops the king from coming forward. I can't come to this line. Can I come to this line? Can the black king come to this line? Guys, can the black king come to this line with the rook here? No, right? So if I move the rook here, the king can come here. But if while the rook is here, if this rook comes here, now the rook stops the king from coming forward and it can't stay here because of the other rook, right? This rook stops the king from staying on this line. So the king has to go back. Now, can someone tell me the next move? Someone else? Someone else suggest the move first?
Sir, I am Senonda. I have one.
Yeah, you can suggest.
We can take the white king near the we can take the white king to 3h.
How many squares can the king go?
Sorry, sir, 2.
Yeah. Yeah, so it has to be H2, right? Always the letter first. Guys, anyone else with a different suggestion?
Sir, you can move the rook to
Mhm.
to
Wait.
C4.
Rook
Sir?
to c4. Okay. Anyone else?
I also have another one. This is Rafi.
Yeah, you can.
Then
You move your rook, which is on A5 to A7. So if the rook comes up, it will be a tie.
Okay, right. Okay, guys, right? I just wanted to check whether, first of all, I wanted to see whether you guys know this. So what I'll do is this is actually there on leeches also, but what I'll do is first I'll explain how this is done. This is the easiest way of trying to checkmate a king, because say you capture all your opponent's pieces and pawns. Even if you do that, you can't win the chess game, right? You need to be able to checkmate the king. You capture everything. Right now, the black king is alone. White has two rooks and a king. This position is winning for white, but this game is not finished. It's white hasn't still won it. The only way you can win a chess game normally is by checkmating the other person's king, right? So here you have to know how to finish the game, right? It's like chess. Different games have different ways of winning. Like some games, like raga or football, you get early goals and you get a lead, you protect it, you win. But it's not the same in chess. Even if you have this early lead of two rooks, you have extra stuff, you don't win the game unless you checkmate the king. So you have to know how to finish the game off. And this is the easiest way of checkmating with the two rooks working together. What you do is first you cut off the rook like king like this. Now the king can't come forward, right? The king can't come to this line, right? This is not the quickest way of doing this. There's a much quicker way, but I'm going to use this because this is more easier for you guys to learn this, right? So now the rook on b3 stops the king from coming to the third line, the third rank. And here the king will come here, and I will play the second rook here. Now this rook stops the king from coming forward, and this rook stops the king from staying on the fourth rank. He has to go back, right? He can't stay, he can't come forward, he has to go back or go upwards. Right now, now this rook is cutting off this line. So now I want to cut off this line. For that, I actually need the rook to go here. But the problem is, what will happen if my rook will go here? What do you
the
think?
king can capture it.
Yeah, the king will capture. If I do that, it's not good. I'm giving away a free rook. I'm losing the rook, not good. So what I do is I'll move the rook as far away from the king as possible, like this. Now, when the rook comes here, the king is too far away to capture. The king will go here. Now, if I play this, what do you think black will do? If I do this, what do you think black will do?
He will try to capture.
The king will try to capture the rook.
King the king will move to the king capture the rook on the 4 and
Yeah, right. Okay, guys. Yeah,
chess.
yes, everyone understand, right? If I go here, this rook is given the check, and this rook is cutting off the king. That's true. But the problem is the king can just go take this like this. We just lost a rook. So what we do is first we move the rook, this rook also, as far away from the king as possible. But the furthest square, as far away from the king is this square, right? So if I come here, do you notice that now when I come here, this rook can't come here. Can this rook jump over and go to this square?
No, only the knight can.
Yeah, so actually the rook on h4, the one I highlighted in red, is blocking the rook on h3, the one on the green square, right? It's blocking. So what I do is, here I don't go to the furthest square. What I do is I go to the square next to it, as far away from the king as possible without getting in the way of the other rook. You understand the difference? Not as far away from the king as possible, only as far away from the king as possible without getting in the way of the other rook. Kind of a big sentence, but you understand what I'm telling, right?
Sir, I
Anyone has a question, you can ask.
didn't understand that.
Okay, the thing is, I want to move the king as far away from the black king, but the furthest square, this is the furthest square, right? But the problem is, if I come here, can I move this rook from here to here? Like this?
No.
Because the rook I just moved, is in the way. So because of that, what I do is, I don't go as far away. I want to move as far away without blocking the rooks. I don't want one rook to block the other one. I don't want one rook to be in the path the other rook has to go. So I only come up to here. This is the correct move, right? You come up to here. Okay. Now you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
you, sir.
Now this rook is stopping the king from leaving to the fourth line. So now when the king goes here, I can play this rook here. The rook stops the king from coming forward. This guy stops the king from staying here. So the king has to go back. Can someone tell me what to do next?
We can take the rook in. We can
We can take the G4 to 6.
6G, G6, it's G6, right? Always the
G6.
less, yeah, okay, Tisain, that's Tisain's answer. Anyone with a different answer?
Sir, if we take to E6, the king can capture.
Wait, from here, can you go to E6? This is here. Can this rook go like this?
No, sir.
Okay, it's G6, right? This square. So G6 is correct. Right now, the rook stops the king from staying here. This one stops the king from staying on this line. Can't come forward, only has to go back. Now, can someone tell me?
Sir, this is Rafi. You can move your H5 rook to H8 and your G6 rook.
You can, Rafi, you can only move one rook at a time. So you have to tell one, either the H5 one to H8 or G6 one to somewhere, right? You can't go both at the same time before black moves, right? So you can only tell me one move.
So first, you can put your rook to G7.
You move the rook to G7. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else with a different answer?
So you can move the rook to G7.
The G rook to G7. That's the same thing I think Rafi told. Anyone else with a different answer?
One more answer.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. I
It
didn't
can
hear.
the rook can move to H8.
H8. Okay. Okay, guys. Now the thing is, this rook stops the king from coming to the sixth line. So what you need to do is you have to stop the king from staying on this line, right? For that, you need.
So you can move this all the way here.
So what you need to do is you need the rook on H5 to come to H7 like this. Now the king, yes. Now the rook can't, the king stops. King can't come to the 7th, king can't stay here. He goes here. Now, if you go here, the rook will get captured. So what I do is, I want the king to move away. So what I normally do is I move the rook as far away from the king. He comes here, you do this. And now when the king comes here, this is checkmate, right? The game is over. Now do you notice that the king can't stay on the last line because of this rook. King can't leave to the 7th rank because of the other rook. This is checkmate. All of you understand this is checkmate, right? So we'll come back to this position, and what I'll do is, now here black actually made it harder by coming closer to the rook. That is the correct way. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do it a little differently. This time, black is not going to come near the rooks. He's just going to go stay on these lines, and I'll go here. Now, this rook stops the king from coming forward. Can't stay on this line. The king has to go back. This rook comes here. Can't come forward because of the a4 rook. Can't stay on the 5th rank because of the b5 rook. King has to go back, right? Can someone tell me the next move?
It can move to the A6.
Yeah, the a4 rook to a6, right? Now the king can't stay on the 6th rank because of the a6 rook. Can't come to the 5th rank because of the b5. He has to go back. What's the next one?
Uh,
Someone else, please. First. Someone else?
Can go to B7.
Sorry?
it can move to B7.
Yeah,
B7.
yeah, always it's the B rook now. And now when the king goes here, can you tell me the checkmating move?
It can
The one the rook can move to 8A.
A8, right? You move the rook to A8. Okay, right.
8A.
Yeah, like this. Okay,
A8.
this is checkmate. Okay, guys, now what I'm going to do is, from here, this rook went here, then this rook went here. Oh, sorry. This rook went here, then this rook went here. Then this rook went from here to here. This one went here. This is how the two rooks went, right? But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to color the squares the rooks went. These are the squares the rooks went. And if I were to, okay, now I'm going to just delete everything. These were the square, sorry, these were the squares the rooks went, right? These were the squares, right? The rooks went. Now I'm going to draw an arrow like this. Rooks don't move this way, right? Rooks don't move this way, but what does this shape remind you of? These arrows, when you take it together, does it remind you of any particular shape?
Like a zigzag.
Yeah, it looks like a zigzag. Any other shape? If you turn it around a bit. Staircase? Does it look a bit like a staircase? Does it look a bit like a staircase? Does it look a bit like a staircase? Sorry?
Yeah, it's like a mountain.
Yeah, it looks like some mountain also from a different angle, but doesn't it look a bit like a staircase too, right? Say a person is, right? So this is actually called, because of this idea where the two rooks checkmate, it's called the staircase checkmate. And what you do is, as long as the rooks are not threatened, you use one rook to cut off the king, and then you use the other rook to drive the king back, right? Use the other rook to drive the king back. You keep doing the same thing. You cut off the king with one. You use the other rook to drive the king back. As long as the rooks are not attacked, you keep doing this, right? So you guys can do this. You can practice this, right? And with the queen also, it's much easier Because you can put the queen behind this rook. Say this was the queen, and even if the king is near here, can it capture this if this was a queen? If the red color square was a queen and the king is here, can it capture this?
No, because the queen,
Yeah, the
queen,
queen,
the red block can capture the king again like that.
yeah, right. So I'll just change this. If this was the queen like this and the king was here, you can't capture this because the queen is protecting, right? So this is a checkmate. So with the queen and rook, it's much easier. You just put the queen behind the rook and you use that same technique, right? So guys, you understood this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, on lichess, in the learn, in the practice, there's this called piece checkmates 1. Maybe you have seen this, basic checkmates. And the very first one is queen and rook checkmate, the 2 rooks checkmate. So what you guys can do is, you guys can practice this on your own. What happens is, okay, since I didn't show you the queen and rook, I'll just do this. See, I'll minimize this. You guys can see here on the screen, it's your turn. Once you move, the computer will move like this, right? And then you move, again, the computer will move. See, the computer will move. And if you want, you can get a hint. See, here, your turn, you can get a hint. Or you can see the best move like that, right? You can get a hint, or you can see the best move. Like now, for this one, this is the position, get a hint. You can see the best move. Like that, you can get ideas if you get stuck. Otherwise, you can.
So in the checkmates, I have to take piece checkmates.
You go to learn, go to practice, and you will come to this screen. In that one, click on piece checkmates 1 like this. And you will come to this screen. Here, the first one, the very first one is queen and rook, then the 2 rooks. Okay, so you all can practice this on your own. The advantage is that the computer will move for you. Like say I move this, now the computer is going to move. See, it moved. Now I can move like this, and again the computer will move. And if I want, I can get a hint. You can see also the other moves. See, you can see good ideas, suggestions, so that it teaches you on your
So
own.
they are coming good.
Go log into lichess, go to learn, practice. Learn, practice, and you come to this screen. Then piece checkmates 1. Okay? You guys understood? If you want, now,
Sir,
yeah, I'm listening.
should we do it now?
Yeah, now what you guys can do is, can you guys share the screens and try this?
So I am Tishan. Shall I share my?
Yeah, you can. First, okay, Tisen, first you share the screen. Yeah. Okay, I think Murari started sharing, so it's okay. Share the screen and go to, okay. Yeah, Murari.
It comes
Okay,
good.
unfortunately, Murari's bandwidth is low. It's not letting you share the screen. But can Tisen, can you share the screen, please, for us?
Okay. Wait a minute, sir.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Gabriela or Rafi, one of you. Yes.
Yes, miss. I mean, sir, we might not be able. I have the link just, but I have not logged in and I can't remember the password.
Okay. If you remember your email address, you can ask for a reset the password, right? You can.
No, sir. I'm okay with it. Just like that, we can't be doing it right now.
Okay, that's okay. That is okay. Now this is,
We
I
can't
think.
change just.
Yeah. Okay, Thyssen, right. Go ahead.
Sir, yeah, good. Go. Coming. That is to come.
Thyssen, how did I do it? Did I use the same piece again and again, or did I use the queen and rook both, or the two rooks in my case? So you have to get both your pieces to work together. Uh-huh. How did it go? You have to use one. Okay, it's okay. Keep going. Right, that is correct. That is correct. The rook is correct. Rion, what we do, sorry, Thyssen, what we do is we alternate, right? The rook, king is the queen is protecting the rook. The king can't take. You can do that, right? Go. You can do it there.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Wait. Now the other piece, right? You alternate. Queen, rook, like that. Yes, someone else was asking me something.
Can we bring the
Sir,
laptop?
can you get to the learn and to do it because I can't see learn and all.
Learn. Go to. Okay. You are using the phone. Are you using the phone?
I'm Senodya, I'm using the tab.
Okay. In the tab, I think it should turn up, but just give me a moment. Okay. I'll share my screen for a moment. Thyssen, can you stop sharing, please?
Okay, sir. Sir, here can you see it?
Yeah, wait.
Wait.
What will happen is, wait. Just give me a moment. I kind of made a mess of it. Just give me a minute. Okay. What happens is, if you are using something else like a tab, your the box will be might be a little smaller like this, right? So what will happen is, just go to this. Can you see these three lines here? Here you will find, once you go there, this will pop up, and here there'll be under learn, the second one will be practice, and you will come to this screen, and from here you can choose piece checkmates one, like that, right? Okay. Okay, can someone else share? Can someone else share the screen?
Sir, can you see my screen?
Yeah,
I can't see.
Okay.
Can we go
Uh,
there?
it's not. I'm sorry, it's not that clear, Senodya. Wait. I'll try to see it, but it's not too clear for me. Okay. I'm struggling to identify it. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, I can see that. Have you signed in first of all? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Just can you click what just popped up? Can you just click that? Something came for a moment and it went. Can you click that? Okay. Senodya, go back. Can you see at the top left hand three lines? Lichasog next to that left hand side. Three lines. Yeah. Now in that, go down. In that, there should be something called learn. I think you passed it. Go up, go up, go up, go up.
Studies.
There should be something called learn normally, unless your settings are wrong. No,
Sir, I have powers and study, not learn.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is there. It's in learn, but I don't know why. What's wrong?
Um,
Maybe your settings are different. Yeah, that's the learn. For sure. That's playing. Hmm? Okay, can someone else try to share the screen for a moment and try to do? Can someone else? Can someone else share the screen, please, and try? Someone who didn't do? No, it's okay. What no, that's different. That's not. It should be in the practice, right? This is different, Senodya. That's wrong. That's
See?
not the one. It's okay.
Sir, can I share your screen? Can I share the screen?
Yeah, I can see, but I also don't know why that doesn't come. Someone else can share the screen.
Yeah. Uh, sir, I mean learn practice.
Yeah, peace checkmates one. You're there. You're there. Now the peace checkmates one. You're there. You're on the practice page.
This is a practice page.
Yeah, this is it. And now click peace checkmates one. Yeah, that one. Yes. Now you can do this.
Hmm.
You can do. First, I'll keep quiet. You all do, and then once you, if you don't get it correctly, I'll help you out.
Not supposed to do that. Remember the staircase. Take this one and try to see if you can do that.
Sir,
I'm listening.
sir,
Yeah. Yes, you can ask. Yes.
sir. Uh, how to share the
Good. Well
screen?
done. Well done. So you can do the two rooks also, but someone else was asking me something. Yes, someone else asking me something. How to do something? Can you repeat that, please?
Sir,
Yes, Murari.
uh, how to go to the this practice, sir?
Wait, just give me a moment. You made a mistake, Gabriela. You might want to take that last move back. What you can do is just click on the, yeah, that one before that. King, yeah, this point. Now, without doing that, what do you have to do? Move the rook as far away from the king. No, no. Your rook is in danger, that one. So you move it as far away. Yeah, like that. Now you move the other rook also far away without getting in the way of the other king. Other rook. Yes, good. Now you do that. Murari, wait, just give me a minute until uh, Gabriela finishes, then I'll share the screen and show you again. Or you share the screen after Gabriela does, and I'll show you. Okay, now it's over. Okay, like that, the others are there, but wait. That I didn't show you, so I don't think you'll be able to do it now unless you know. But Gabriela, can you can try it on your own, but for the moment, can you stop sharing, please? Murari, can you try to share the screen for me, please? Murari,
Yes.
can you share the screen for me?
Okay, sir. One minute, sir.
Yes. Murari? Anyone else even? I don't mind who didn't share the screen yet. Rion,
Yes,
Senadya,
sir.
I'll try to find what's wrong with that. Rion, can you share the screen for me? Or Suhas, any of you guys who didn't share the screen, can you share and try to do it? Try to do the checkmate. Yeah, Rion. You have to log into Lichess. You have a Lichess account, right? So you have a Lichess account. You need to log in. Yeah. Go to learn. That's the third one. Learn. Practice. Second one. Yes. Now the very first. Please check me. Now try it. You move the white pieces. The computer will automatically move the black.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Sir, can you see if it is this?
Okay, wait. Just give me a moment,
And-
please. Take it back. Take it back. This is, I think, the same, right? Rion. Rion is sharing the screen, right? Take the move back because once you lose the queen, it's not possible. Yes, Senodya, that looks like it. Yes. Unfortunately, I can't increase it because right now, you'll have to wait a bit, Senodya, unfortunately, until Rion stops sharing the screen, right? So, Rion, can you, once Rion stops sharing the screen, you can do that. Uh, so, okay, Senodya, now Rion has stopped. Senodya, can you show me the, what that? No, it's not that. That's not it.
Mandapit.
I'm sorry. Yeah, learn. Now the second one. Second one. Learn the second one. In the learn, the second one. Practice. Yes. Yes. Now the piece checkmates. That one. The very first one. Yes. That one. Yes. Now you have to move and try to do it, right? No, no. The board is, yeah. Yeah, right. No, Sanadya, we first use the queen and rook, right? We don't use the king. It's the queen and rook or the two rooks working together. I can see the screen. It's okay. You don't have to. The way you had it earlier was okay. I could see it clearly. Now, actually, it's kind of glare. There's a kind of a glare on it, but it's okay. Yeah, like that. Yes. Remember how the rook and queen work together. They alternate. Now it's checkmate in one if you play correctly. Now it's checkmate. Yes. Yes, that's checkmate. Right. Like that. Now, okay, you can stop stand up there. Like that. Yes, 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 Murari.
Excuse me, sir. Shall I share my screen?
Yeah, yes, you can. Not the queen and knight. Those we haven't discussed, right? The queen and rook and the two rooks you have done. This is different, right? This is entirely different. Listen, we didn't discuss these, right? You can try it. I don't mind, but that's entirely different.
Practice it.
Sir,
That
I did it and when now I got
queen and knight. Yeah, I can see the screen. If right? Be careful. Think and play, but yes. Okay, this is entirely different, right? Without knowing it, it's going to be harder. We haven't discussed this, so you're going to struggle.
okay, sir.
Okay, guys. Can you stop sharing? Guys, I think we are close to finishing. Just give me a minute. We're right. Can you guys see my screen? Okay. Yeah. Wait. I'm sharing this screen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Here, guys. This is something I'm going to be sending. The institute will send it to you guys. This is in all of these, you have to move and give checkmate to the opponent in one move. If there's a black dot like this, it means black to move. Otherwise, these are white to move. So you can, this is always, this is A1. This is always A, and this is always H, right? This is always H. This is number 1 always. This is number 8. So you can come up with, when you know that, you can recognize everything, right? So here, what you guys can do is, I need you all to do the checkmate in one for all of these. This will be sent to you. The institute will send it to you guys, right? There'll be, I think there should be 12 diagrams. Yeah. Sorry, 11. Uh, there's 11 diagrams. You guys can try these, right? And next week we will have a look at them also. You guys have any questions?
No,
No, sir.
but a question, do we have to print them out or do you have to do it online?
If you want, you can print it out and do it. Otherwise, you can look from the screen and do whichever way you all are comfortable with.
Okay.
Like you can just copy it onto a, like say it comes on the WhatsApp group, you can copy it onto a computer or tab and look from the screen and do, or you can do a printout, whichever way you all are comfortable with. Okay? Okay, guys. So we'll stop for today then.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Okay, good night then.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Sir,
Bye.
God bless you.
Okay, God bless you too.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night.
Stay.
Okay.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Good night, sir. Stay safe, sir.
Okay.